As Raymond approached Rodden House, he heard JoJo tell his huddle of yes men, "Woman was so sprung, I had to shut off my phone to keep her from calling me." Raymond threw his hand up to the guys and nodded. JoJo's always lying. He chuckled while he walked through the doors. He didn't shut his phone off because of a woman. AT&T cut his phone off because he didn't pay his bill. "What's up, Ray?" Walter asked from his station inside the main quarter. "Hey, Walter," Raymond answered back. He kept his distance. As far as he was concerned, being friends with Michael, Walter was someone he had to watch closely. Yet he also knew that he had too much dirt in his own past to press the issue. Walter flipped the pages of a Black Enterprise magazine. "What's happening?" he asked slyly. "Everything's cool," Raymond said, heading toward the elevator. As soon as he stepped aboard, he closed his eyes. When he opened them again, Walter was staring at him coldly. The elevator door shut and Raymond went up. "Yo, Patrick," Raymond called out when he unlocked the apartment door. He walked through the living room, then he turned and went down the hallway that separated Patrick and his bedrooms. "That's right," he said with a snap of his fingers. "Patrick went bowling with Sandra." 4 hours later, Raymond sat alone in the apartment reading the Psalms, trying to figure out why Walter kept eyeballing him. Conversations seeped into the living room. Students recently returned from barbecues, bike rides, or the movies opened their apartment doors and spilled into the hall. As he turned another page in the Bible, Raymond thought about joining the other students in the hall. Then he dismissed the notion. With each passing minute, he told himself that Bishop Moore was right. People didn't take life seriously enough. Like film beginning to coat the eye, change came upon Raymond. It made him reticent. It set him on a path that would gain strength with each advancing day, with each repeated thought, as if a long string of dominoes, stacked one against the other, had been hit, had gone off, sailing across the floor, predicting the outcome of the end of his life. And that is the end of chapter 11 in Love Pour Over Me. Now I'm going to start on the beginning of chapter 12. First, I want to say hello. I'm author Denise Turney, and I'm the author of the book Love Pour Over Me. And you are watching the Chistel, CHISTELL.com YouTube channel. So here we go, chapter 12. It was a balmy Saturday, May 11th, 1985. I remember that time. Brenda caught a plane to Tennessee earlier in the day. She and Raymond had been seeing each other sporadically for nearly 2 months, usually at church or by the lake at Fairmount Park, a place where Brenda didn't expect to run into Byron. And so they went to college in Philadelphia, and Fairmount Park is in Philadelphia. Is an actual place. Her sister Virginia picked her up from McGee Tyson International Airport on an alcohol highway in Knoxville as soon as her plane landed. They headed straight to Asheville, North Carolina. "These tulips are gorgeous," Brenda told Virginia as she knelt in the flower bed. She breathed in the tulips' fruity scent and looked across the field at her sister. "I'm so glad we came to Biltmore House and Gardens, and I recommend that. I loved my visit there. I always wanted to visit this place." Purple azaleas, white carnations, yellow tulips, and black roses sprouted on rolling hills like classy ladies in exquisite wide-brimmed hats. Opposite the flowers, and as if they were planted to balance the earth with edible color, rows of turnip greens, lettuce, tomatoes, blueberries, and strawberries went on for acres. Above them stood oak and willow trees, their tops pushing up toward the heavens, their limbs stretching out large and stately while they swayed beneath the sky's gentle breeze. Virginia rubbed her thumb and forefinger delicately across the petals of an opened rose. "I am so glad that you came home for a visit," she told Brenda. "Coming here straight from the airport was a good idea. I thought you'd enjoy visiting Biltmore." A gust of wind blew a rose petal against her chin. When she stood, her gold and diamond Swarovski bracelets and matching earrings clinked. The sensuous Estee Lauder perfume she wore with a touch of honey scent filled the air with a light sweetness. "My place is about an hour from here." She ran her hands across her stiff and burrows jeans and brushed dirt away from her slender hips. "Ready to go?" "Sure." Brenda's gaze went up and across Virginia's perfect figure. Since they were teenagers, Brenda wished she looked and dressed more like her older sister. They talked their way back to Virginia's silver BMW. Girl, Virginia said with a swing of her polished fingernails, did I tell you I met this handsome man in Struts a few weeks ago? Struts? It's a jazz club in East Knoxville, Virginia announced gaily while she combed her hand over her recently permed hair. I forget that it has been a while since you went out on the town with me now that you're at school in Pennsylvania. She tapped Brenda's forearm. Struts is like that club Zanzibar. Go, you tell me about. So what's this guy's name and how's he treating you? Brenda wanted to know. Virginia smiled until her teeth showed. The gentleman's name is Scott. Scott Lowry, she added. He owns and manages real estate. He was already in the club when I came in. I'm not sure if he caught my eye because I was sitting by myself while my girls were on the floor dancing their butts off, or if he caught my eye because I felt him staring at me from across the room. She didn't hide her blush. Go on, Brenda said as she pulled down on her t-shirt. She noticed that her fingernails were slightly chipped and an old greasy stain spread across the shirt's bottom front. Tell me about this guy and the night you two met. As soon as I looked at Scott, Virginia said after she stuck the key in the ignition and brought the engine to a purr. He got up and crossed the floor. She tapped Brenda's shoulder. Let me tell you, he didn't waste any time. He came right to me. She backed her BMW out of the parking lot and made her way into the highway. He told me he saw me the second I walked into the club. Yeah, I had the time of my life that night. Scott and I talked for hours. She smiled. B, that man is so handsome. I had to keep reminding myself that he was real. And I'm going to skip some chapters. So Virginia starts to ask Brenda about her love life. And so Virginia shot her a chilly glance. Raymond listens to me the way Scott listens to you. He doesn't interrupt me. He doesn't laugh at me. He's not mean. Her bottom lip quivered as if some painful time shared with Byron had taken hold of it. He doesn't make me feel small. And Byron is, Brenda answered slowly, reluctantly. We're still together. She almost laughed. Byron probably wouldn't break up with me unless he was furious. She looked across the road. He has a nasty temper. Let him get good mad and he might call it quits. Then again, she added, he might not in our relationship even then. I'm like a centerpiece in his life, someone who's always there. Her voice lowered. I stay with him even while he runs around with other women. Byron's not the type of guy who cheats. Oh, Byron cheats, Brenda said through clenched teeth. I'm just dumb enough to stay. And that's just a little reading from Love Pour Over Me. This book is a little over 370 pages long. So I read you some of the end of chapter 11 and the beginning of chapter 12. And at the end of chapter 11, Raymond's starting to know something's up with Walter. There's a murder mystery in this story, and Walter's involved in it. And you have to find out how far Raymond gets pulled into it. So I encourage you to get a copy of Love Pour Over Me. It's in print and ebook. And if you go to the stores, you're going to see it. Just tell me you like a copy of Love Pour Over Me by Denise Turney. And I hope you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with book marketing tips, book readings, how to connect with book clubs, book readers, great gifts for creative artists, inspirational messages, positive, empowering messages. Hit that subscribe button and you get that here every week at our Chistel, CHISTELL.com YouTube channel. Bye for now. Have a fabulous week. See you back here next week.